Morning, morning. Princess Aquila with Calvin Bailey on the arc. There is Princess Aquila. Josh Edwards and Azan Rowan Gray. Good morning, good morning. Nice Rowan Gray looking horse there.
Sensational.
He is sensational with Radish Roman. T-Stock with Omar Walker. The Queen Bee with Shane Richardson. Bob the Builder with Philip Parchment. Going down, that's Bob the Builder with Philip Parchment. Oh, this is Emilia.
Dan.
Teflon.
No,
Oh, Papi Dan. E. McLean. Papi Dan. And here is Divine Force with Ian Spence working on the reverse. Going down. Perfect Affair standing right there with DA. Looking to set off. DA won a nice race yesterday. There she goes with the T. Papa. Well, Papa get the job done. Papa is being revived. Yes, very competent rider is DT Papa. Over the years, Papa has been riding well. Another one coming up with Wesley Henry. This is another one with Wesley Henry. Riley J going down. There is Riley J. Meeting up with Princess Chris coming up. Princess Chris. Who's this Jeru? Oh, simple. You said like Jeru. This is M Simple and Princess Chris. E Simple name? E Simple and Princess Chris. Here and Chatry Iceman who won with Papa Gray. They're out. Coming up is Spitz and Can. Oh, Spitz and Can. Alright, Chatry is on Spitz and Can. Ferguson Chestnut there. Coming up on the fence. There is Ferguson Chestnut on the fence. This little one is nice from Fitzroy Gillespie stable. Azan Rowan Gray. Finishing up nicely. That Rowan Gray. Josh Edwards aboard.
Major Danger.
Going around to Major Danger. Delroy Biari and Major Danger. And there is Bob the Builder. There goes Bob the Builder. This little one into himself here, giving another trouble going up. Very vibrant from the Fitzroy Gillespie stable. Atistack pass him. Betty Gray here, Betty Rowan Gray going down. Norman Smith. And coming up, Perfect Affair with DT for trainer Anthony Baba Nunes. There goes DT. Devonate Thomas, Papa. Here is Papi Dan with Emilia McLean on the finish. This one is Papi Dan.
Morning, Mr. Dixon. Morning, Trainer Dixon.
Coming interview Paul Francis, Supernatural Power. Yes. Big up to Paul Francis all the time. Betty Gray. Yes, with Romario Spencer. Romario Spencer and this Gray. Paul Francis sets off with Supernatural Power. Yes. Going around to Bob the Builder. Philip Parchment. Bob the Builder there. Here is Enthusiasm. It's two of them, Enthusiasm and Enthusiastic is the one who ran yesterday. This one is Enthusiasm. Trainer Anthony Baba Nunes.
The suit like Jody sitting.
Well
Jody's
suitor.
fun.
Jody's fun for trainer. Well suitor. Who that upon him? AC Grant. AC Grant is aboard. Jody's fun. Here is Tiger Meadat. Loping stride. Romain Garden is on Tiger Meadat. This one here is Riley J in blinkers. This one is Riley J in blinkers. Nice double intake, yes. G Somuda with Quantum Dancer acting up. That's Quantum Dancer. Fearless Mission going down. The little one here? Who that little one here? I'm in the pan. Easternberry, Dark Bay. Daniel Thompson. Easternberry.
Blessed morning,
Dark Bay there.
Double and double come Talis.
Yes, there is Talis. Fearless Force. Fitzroy Gillespie.
Yes,
Nice little young horse there. Jeru Stewart is aboard. Fearless Mission coming up with it. Yes, with Falkland. Exercise Rider. Falkland. Fearless Mission. Yes, here is Andrew Wright. Fresh off his win. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. Yes, he's on Charming Sound. Yes, on the chat. Good win there for him. Yes, this is the Gray, Betty Gray, finishing up. Romario Spencer. And here is Paul Francis. Supernatural Power. There is Supernatural Power. AC Grant. Jody's Fun. AC Grant. Jody's Fun there. This one here is Spits and Can with Aaron Chatry. This one is Spits and Can. Aaron Chatry. Aaron Chatry now win yesterday too? Yes. Yes, with Papa Gray, Aaron Chatry. Duchess going down with Omar Walker. Fitzroy Gillespie, little horse there. Miss Grove going down with Calvin Bailey. That's Miss Grove. Sparkling Fire with Richie Shakes going down. Sparkling Fire. Meeting up with Duchess, setting off. Omar Walker with Duchess right here. Miss Grove with Calvin Bailey setting off as well. And here is Bootylicious with Mikado Car. Mikado Car and Bootylicious. Here is Mojito going down with Wesley Henry. There goes Mojito with Wesley Henry going down. Fearless Mission on the finish with Falkland, Exercise Rider Falkland. This one is Fearless Mission.
Interesting time when you're in one code.
Interesting times ahead in the red and one code with Roman Napier to the back. And here is one flying on the gallop here. It's Provident. Yes, with Shane Ellis. 37-1 for Provident for the last three. Nice work there for Provident. Here is the Grey Mojito and Papi Yuso here. J. Lewis and Papi Yuso. Yes. There they go. Going around to another one here. It's Duchess coming up on the gallop. Yes, that's Omar Walker, 37-4 for the last 3
Yes,
for
man.
Duchess.
Miss Cherry.
Here is Miss Cherry also on a gallop here. Have Martin, Tyrese Anderson. Tyrese Anderson. Flying around the corner there. That's Miss Cherry. Here is Unbelievable Force with Delroy Biari. The big Unbelievable Force. There he is. Here is Rasta and a young bay for Philip Fiani. Here is Miss Grove with Calvin Bailey. This is Miss Grove. Calvin Bailey. Gary Griffiths, the little dark bay here. Yes. Going around to Uplam. This one is Uplam right here. Here is Interesting Times Ahead there. And this one is Sparkling Fire, Richie Shakes. Here is Papa and Run With Me. This is Papa and Run With Me. Jamar Jackson and Trinita Estrella going down. That's Jamar Jackson.
Game to Fame.
And Game to Fame
Con Ellis.
with Con Ellis. This is Game to Fame with Con Ellis. Nuclear Jet, Rotage Maria going down.
Laredo with D Beach.
Laredo is this gray here with D Beach. This one is Laredo with D Beach. Here is the gray Mojito finishing up. Wesley Henry Mojito on the finish there. That's Mojito. Shaim Garden for Azan Bias here. Finishing up with Shaim Garden. Here is Anonymous with O'Meal Rose. This is O'Meal Rose. Anonymous. Unbelievable Force right here with Delroy Biari. Here is She's My Edge Fun with Josh Edwards. This one is She's My Edge Fun. This one is Imaya, Shane Richardson. Here is Ella Fortunado coming up with Aaron Chatry. Yes, Ella Fortunado moving nicely. Is Ella Fortunado.
Interesting time.
Oh, this one coming into view is Interesting Times Ahead on the finish. This is Interesting Times Ahead.
David Lee sing Race Chestnut.
David Lee sing Race Chestnut with Romario Spencer. Alchemy of Souls with Radish Roman. This one is Alchemy of Souls. Abigail taking it and run down right here in the red and black. Yes, she won on that one. The number one horse here, where it is. This one here is Rataj Maria with Nuclear Jet. Nuclear Jet. One with Dane Dawkins and Lass. Here is Miss Linton with Chadwick Goodeye. That's Miss Linton. T. Brady with AC Grant. This is T. Brady, AC Grant. And here is Game to Fame with Con Ellis. This one is Game to Fame. And here is Fearless Soul with Paul Francis in the blue there. Fearless Soul with Paul Francis. Here is Nikado Car, Dream to Reality. Hit and Run, setting off with Abigail. This one is Hit and Run. Teaming up again, that's Abigail and Hit and Run. Passad Bay with Big Cardenas and Chestnut with the little exercise ride apprentice there. Oh, Alchemy of Soul on the gallop. The ass getaway with Radish Roman galloping nicely is Alchemy of Souls. Oh, the one here where I go. Alright, Gary. David Leasing. Oh, it's there. Finishing up. And this one is Trinita Estrella. Jamar Jackson aboard Trinita Estrella. This one right here is Quantum Dance. I give him Mr. Samuda. A little bit of trouble there. Nuclear Jet with Rataj Marware. It's Nuclear Jet. Rataj Marware. I Dream Again with Robert Aladdin. Robert Aladdin, what a nice one as well. Imaya here with Shane Richardson. This one here is Imaya. Abigail Abel finishing up with Hit and Run there. Passing by. Hit and Run. Matty J. Williams. Big Import Tigre here.
Looking good.
Yes, trimming up. Looking good in the Ganta. O'Neill Mullins. Here is Cosme right here, setting off. J. Lewis, this is Cosme. Linguist with Omar Walker going down. Laredo. And Mark My Identity to the back. So there is Laredo and Mark My Identity. Looking at a few here. Dick Cardenas and Passad Beas here. Yes, this is Dick. Linguist right here sets off with Omar Walker. Uncle Baba there. Sadiki Blake. And here is Goodbye Firefly. Looking good is Goodbye Firefly. I Dream Again coming up. Robert Aladdin. I Dream Again. This is a nice little horse. Nice little fighting horse. Little but has heart. Here is Jaime Anderson with a breath of fresh air. Dream to Reality with Nikado Car. This is Dream to Reality with Nikado Car from out 5 Street. James with Romain Garden. Now trained by Philip Lee. So I finally find where James is. Philip Lee has James, a nice black James. This one here is a breath of fresh air. Looking nice. Here is Allegiance with this exercise rider going down. Allegiance. Here is True Blue with Shane Ellis. This is True Blue. Now trained by Anthony Baba Nunes. Here is Cosme on the finish. This one is Cosme. J. Lewis. Cosme finishing up. That's J. Lewis and Cosme. Sipe. That's Prince there going up. This one is My Eclipse. Chadwick Budai. Brought in Aaron Chadwick. Not Chadwick Budai. Mixing up the black coolies. Sipping on Sunshine going down with Papa. Linguist finishing up with Omar Walker. Linguist and Omar Walker. Here is African Beauty. J. Thomas. Race 1. Andrew Wright. Going down. Was the rider. Here is Papa. Sipping on Sunshine with DT. Yes, DT is getting involved. Here is Allegiance. Setting off lively is Allegiance. Yes. Goodbye Firefly. Finishing up really nice. It's Goodbye Firefly. Prince Salmon going down the fit. Nice looking Prince Salmon. 2 seconds in overnight allowance there for Prince Salmon. Look at him. C. Riley. Yes. This is C. Riley. Look at the fit Prince Salmon there. Look at him go. Chasing the Costa Kirkby here. One in Chocobee Blinkers with AJ Allen. Yes. From when they borrow Chocomo Blinkers, you know. Like you know want to give back Chocomo. Oh, so good. Here is a breath of fresh air. Your name? Jaheim Anderson. Finishing up with a breath of fresh air. F. Williams Stripe Bay with Everty Clunis. Yes. Here is Woman in Love. Richard Bird. Woman in Love. Moving nicely. True Blue with Shane Ellis. African Beauty with Andrew Wright. Here is Uncle Harry with Radish Roman. This one is Uncle Harry going down with Radish Roman. There is Successful Man. Yes, Successful Man going around the corner just now. Roshan Lewis here. Robert Pearson Dark Bay, this one. Short Dark Bay. Michael Marlowe Chestnut here with Raman Napier. This is Trainer Azan Little Bears here. Going around to Prince Amman. This is Prince Amman. Charlton Riley on the finish. Nice looking Prince Amman. Yes. Diploma Bears here with Con Ellis. This is Diploma Bears with Con Ellis. Here is Aaron Jason DaCosta. Little Kirkby there. AJ Allen. Dan Kwesi with Philip Parchment. African Beauty with Andrew Wright. And in blue to the outside is Big Show Chestnut to the back there on the outside. Groomed by Rasta Nipper. Prince Roy, Abigail Abel. That is Prince Roy going down.
Yes, and there we go to Uncle Harry with Radish Roman And I guess it's a very long while you haven't heard Bosch voice on this segment, the exercise segment. Here now we're on Commander Z with Exercise Rider from Spencer Chung. And we go over to Michael Marlowe Chestnut there going around with Ramon Napier. Here coming in view is American Aviator with Hardball. Passing by there is Robert Pearson Short Dark Day with Rashawn Lewis. There now we comes around to Newspaper of Record. Newspaper of Record is there. And then we take our time to come around back to American Aviator setting off with Robert Hardball Aladdin, who's having fun, can done. Yes, and we comes around to Diploma Bay with Cornelis. Going around the corner there lively and pulling the jockey. This is Train of Thought. Train of Thought here acting with Emilio McLean. One with Kismet for trainer. Stephen Todd, who is the trainer of Train of Thought here. Acting. Yes, and we're gonna come around to Henry Harrison Jr. Chestnut in blinkers with his exercise rider there going around the corner. Nice looking chestnut there. And we're gonna go to Prince Roy with Abigail Abel finishing up. Is Prince Roy looking nice and lively coming out of the 2000 Guineas. He's not missing a beat here. He's good to go after the Guineas going around the corner there. Never remember, you know. This is Uncle Larry and the Gallop with Radish Roman. Looking nice. Yes, Roman is patting him. He's feeling good about that work there. I can see that. Jam around like how me jam around. This is Wall Street Trader here with Shane Richardson Akin. Run a gallant race the other day with Ramon Napier. Wall Street Trader looking good here. Coming right around to Commander Z on the track. Commander Z. Now we are gonna go to Newspaper of Record finishing up. Newspaper of Record finishing up with Dickie Cardenas there. Then we come around to American Aviator finishing up also. Going around the corner there. Then we come to Gervano with Sadiki Blake. Gervano setting off there. Yes, and then we come back to Benison with Omar Walker going around and setting off there. Just behind this, She's a God Gift. Haven't seen her a long while on this program, so She's a God Gift is looking really good. This is a little bay for Rudolph Ardial, groomed by Indian, with Calvin Bailey trotting there. And we're coming around to Giant Figueros with Devon. Molo Molo? Okay, that's Molo Molo and Giant Vigorous. My mistake for saying Devon. And we come back around to Prince Roy with Abigail Abel. We thought he was finishing up earlier, but he was setting off. He's just finishing up now. So we are doing our correction here and be real with you and tell you like it is. Yes, and there is you're looking in the far view, just taking a look at the track. Yes, looking at the track here. Just taking a view at the track. Yes. We're coming around to Cutout, who's gonna be the next horse to come in view. This is Cutout, it's Romaine Gordon. Cutout. Yes, cut out going around and a canter there. And we come around to Jaru Stewart with Big Show Chestnut. Yes, passing by. That is a groom for Big no, Big Show Chestnut, Rasta Nipper, as Michelle told you. And on the track there. There we go with Sonogram, Nicardo car going around the corner there. This is Train of Thought and the Act. Michael Bryan and Candy Girl in red. And we're coming around to Benicio. Benicio with Amar Walker. Looking good going around the corner there.
This is it for this session here.